company in 2012. It was a Bangalore-based startup. It was security and surveillance for school buses. Everything to do with vehicles, with vehicle tracking, infotainment, entertainment, informative, surveillance, security. So we started that journey in 2012. We were a hardware manufacturing company. We want to be a make in India. We didn't want to be a service, an import company, import from China, white label it and sell it. We didn't believe in that concept. We believe service was the way forward for this country. With a lot of scope, a lot of demand, and service was the best way forward. So keeping that concept and thought in mind, we started manufacturing. In 2014-15, we went commercial. We started selling our products. And touch wood, the product is stable, went well, and going good since then. And I realized I made a couple of mistakes coming from a pure business background and not having any tech background. Like, being a pure IT company and not having any tech knowledge behind it. Learned a lot of mistakes. Trusted people blindly because I didn't have a tech background, to be honest. So whatever that person said, I would just follow it. Whether it was logically right or wrong, it didn't matter. Because I presume he had more knowledge compared to me in the IT space. So I learned a lot from that way. And things could have been done better, faster, easier, but obviously you learn while doing it. You make your mistakes while doing it. So it's good to make mistakes, make as much mistakes as you can from the start. Don't get scared. If you're burning money, it's fine.
It's fine.
Initially it's fine, because it's investment. You're learning from it. Rather make your mistake, burn your money initially than later. Probably learn from your mistake. Don't just keep burning money at the end of it. Yeah. But it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fall. So that's how you realize what you really want to become, that's how you realize where you can actually take it forward. Don't be emotional about your business or about whatever you do. Think practical. If you become emotionally connected to your business, you will never learn. You will never succeed. Because you have to draw a line between logic and emotion. So if you have a sentimental value to the business, it's going to fail. Treat it as business. Cut it when you're supposed to. Just because it's your first startup or it's your first project, don't be like, it's my first baby, I have to take over all thick and thin now. Don't be emotional. See logically, discuss with your mentor, discuss with your guidance people, and take a logical decision. It takes time, doesn't mean first 2 months when you give up. Give it time it deserves. But don't give it too much time also and don't give it too less time also. And no one can answer the question better than yourselves. You can't ask people like, I'm in it for 6 months, should I give up? You know it. You've been in the business, you run it. Your gut will tell you. So don't listen to everyone, but you're the best judge. Because you're in it. No one else is in it. You invest your time, your effort, your money, your energy, your sweat and blood. So do what you think is right, but even listen to your mentors. Because they have more experience. You think you might know it all, but trust me, they've been there before you, they've gone through it more than you. So learn from them, take their advice, it's worth it. And that was my first journey. I learned from that startup. I started a couple of businesses, in fact in Bombay as well. Another IoT startup. I learned a lot from my first company. Made those changes, learned from those, and I have 2 other successful startups running in Bombay right now. All related to tech, all related to IoT. From the F&B sector to renewable energy sector to the AI sector. So my goal was to make a Make in India company in terms of hardware. It was to get into the whole AI space, ML space, because we believe this is the future. We are not, people keep thinking AI, ML is all reducing labor, throwing jobs out. No, we're not doing that. We're de-skilling labor. You don't need such high-skilled people after this technology. You still need labor. But the quality of labor can be reduced. The dependency on good labor can be reduced. But that's the biggest problem in India. Getting good quality staff, employees is a big problem. So if you can de-skill that, reduce that, and have it more automated than human, it's easier. Businesses can run better, it's more successful, efficiency is increased. So keeping that concept in mind, that thought process, we got into the whole tech space, got into these products. Always, when you guys think of just business point of view, the best way to start it is think of a problem statement. What problem you're going to solve, and go backwards. It's the easiest, most straightforward. The market will tell you. The customers will tell you, okay, I have this problem. It could be the smallest problem, it could be the biggest problem. But listen to them. Because in the end, they are your paying customers. They're going to buy. You can make it for yourself, that's fine. Do a hobby project. But if they don't buy it, there's no business. So you can do whatever you want in it, but in the end, it has to be sold. It has to prove a point. It has to do something. If you're not doing anything, it's not. So listen to them, listen to your market, listen to your clients, take a lot of feedback, whether you like it or not. Whether it's away from your vision, it's okay. But take a lot of feedback. From any product, be it product, hardware, software, anything you do, take a lot of feedback. So that will take you forward. If it's accepted, you will grow. If not accepted, no point in keeping it around. So the market will tell you, the people will tell you, listen to them, tweak on it. Don't waste too much time, don't dwell on it. If you want to pivot, it's okay. You'll never get right at the first chance. Keep changing, experiment. Don't be stuck. Don't be in a rut, basically. So, that's my experience, that's what I can talk about. It's not, going back, I think I thought it was always important to have a IT background. I wish I did have one, coming from your business student, but it's not that important. If you have the right partners, have the right team, you can still have IT business. You can still have a tech business, whether or not you're from the background. It's obviously harder, it takes more time, but it's doable. If you have the eagerness, the passion to do it, you can do it. You can do anything, trust me. Anyone can do anything, whichever industry, as long as you have the passion to do it. And how much you're willing to sacrifice for it. If you really want it, it can be done. And yeah, that's my journey so far. And just keep at it if you believe it, and it will get you very well one day.
It's like when you form a startup, it's like I feel it's very difficult to initially bring your product to the market. So I would like to ask if you face certain difficulties during actually bringing.
Yeah, it's true, because obviously that's a mistake we make. Don't make a product first, then look for buyers.
So look at the buyers, then
exactly. Go get it
according
yes.
to that.
Like go to a company like, what is your problem?
Okay.
Go backwards. Initially, start your cycle backwards. Find the buyer, then make the product. Tweak it according to him. Once you develop the product, once he develops it, once you tweak it, you fine tune it, you have 2-3 versions out, then automatically you'll understand what the market wants. So don't say, okay, this is my product, now who shall sell it to? You waste time, you waste money, you waste a lot of energy. So initially go backwards. That's the mistake I made in the first company, and which we learned from it. So always get a buyer. Or at least get a concept of a buyer, or get a problem statement. Do market research. What is this industry problem facing? Talk to people, make a basic prototype, and then start selling. That's the best way and quickest way.
So first of all, I just want to say that it's a pleasure to meet you. You're like my idol. What you did is exactly what I wanted to do. Business. But so you said that you got a partner for the technical side of the business. So did you really need to know the technical side, or you handle the business?
So that's a mistake. I wish I knew some aspect of it, because you should know. He can take you for granted. He can take undue advantage. A lot of things can go wrong. If you have a basic knowledge, at least you can question it. The basics. At least have a discussion. Okay, why this, why not that?
So choosing a right partner is very, very
Choosing a partner is like having a girlfriend or boyfriend or like marriage. If your partner is not good, it's over. You can have the worst product and the best partner in your company can succeed. But you can have the worst partner and the best product and it's going to tank. Guarantee. Like take this and write in guarantee. If you do not get along with your team or your partner, it's not going to succeed. However good, however valued you are at, it does not matter. Your company is going to crash. Because you're living and breathing with that guy 12 to 15 hours a day. If you do not get along with that person, there's going to be no business. It's simple. So please, finding the right partner, finding the right employees, colleagues is the most important thing. More important than the product. Yeah, I can't stress how important it is. Yeah.
You've spoken about efficiency and about business and not being emotional in your business.
Correct.
But for let's say in a hypothetical situation where you are faced with the choice that you have to do something that you want to do, or the other choice is that you have to do something that will be better for business.
Correct.
So one cannot completely insensitive towards this business because there might be some emotions attached to it. So what would you do in that?
So it's obviously very subjective. So person who starts a startup is going to be super emotional. It's like giving birth to a baby, literally. It's like your child. So whether you want to believe it or not, you think you're always right. You know this, mine, I know what I know. 99% you're always wrong. Because you always start thinking emotionally first before business point. So if you ever come to a cross, talk to your mentors, talk to your partner, talk to your employees. who are not invested in it. They're just doing a job. You are invested in emotionally, physically, every mentally.
So those third person.
Yes. Who's been part of the business. Talk to your partner, talk to your employees, talk to a well-wisher. Talk to who's been associated with you in the business but not associated in such investing money. He'll give you a third party opinion. This is what I'm facing, this is what the market is, what is in I should. Listen to them. Because your opinion will be very clouded, 100%.
So how many startups do you have?
I have 3.
And how do you manage to run all 3 of them together?
So that's the thing. So my advice is don't do more than 2 at a time. I feel it's impossible. And you won't give justice to it. So what I did my first one was I scaled it up, I raised money, and then I hired a CEO and put on autopilot. And then I took a backseat from it. And now other 2 I'm handling them like 50-50. So when you plan to do your own thing, obviously give it enough time it deserves. Because the more time you give it, the more you have chances for it to do well. Simply.
You never thought of maybe selling one startup, selling the complete business?
So I mean, in terms of, there's no reason for me to sell it. Like I hired a CEO, we raised money and I have a small percentage. So I didn't want to sell it as such because I want to be on the board of it, wants to be a part of it. Not being daily operations wise, but still be a part of the company. So if I would sell it, then I have no stake in it. And if you really love it, if you believe in it, why sell it? Let someone else run it who can do a better job. This will be part of it. There's no reason to sell it. You don't have to be active and still be part of it. You can still be on the silent part now and see what's happening day to day. So I mean, what do you guys feel in terms of where do you want to be the next 2 years? I mean, I know 5 years is too far-fetched. Where do you see yourself the next 2 years, say? You tell me, where do you see yourself the next 2 years? I don't want to do it. Studying, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And after that, I mean, what's your plan? What would you like to do after that?
I have no idea. I just know for now that I'm going to study and work hard. That's all I know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Next 5 years, 7 years, what would you like to be? What would you like to become? It's okay, you'll figure it out. You don't need to stress from it right now. Anyone have any clarity what they like to do, become?
Yeah, aerospace engineering. It's like mixing of aerospace engineering with automation. Like those robots who go into space and assemble and all that.
Okay. Any reason why you chose this or decided?
Fascination for space and fascination for machines.
Interesting. So you decided to like explore that. Anyone else? Any thoughts? What don't you want to do? What don't you guys want to do? Like, I mean,
Engineering. I don't want to do engineering. Nothing related to close to engineering. It's just I don't like it.
but then if you want to get into tech, you have to like it.
Yeah, I don't want to get into tech. I want to get into simple business. I just want to get a product and sell it.
But then, from my advice, get into tech. You will then need to have some basic knowledge. You would. I wish I did. You would. You will regret it today. A basic understanding. You don't need to know how to do it. You need to have knowledge about it. So that you don't make super mistakes. Like you tried. How about you? Well, any clarity? Any thoughts? Nothing. Anyone else? What about you? Nothing.
I'm a Christian. Have you already should have been magic? Question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go for any questions, any. Yeah,
I have one question. Like you said, when you started your startup, you wanted to make in India, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't want to import or
No.
license or anything like that.
No.
So when you made your own hardware, so at the end, was it worth the effort that you put in?
100%. When you see someone using a product, when you see a product in the market, people buying and appreciating it, it's the best. That's the best form of appreciation you can get.
What do you do in IoT exactly?
So basically, we are working. We are as I said, we are a hardware company. So we work with a lot of IoT companies. We have Haptic, we have Rebel Foods, which is Fasos, Boxsafe. We have a Fresh Menu. We have your Book My Show. So all these companies are getting towards AI and IoT, where they need to. It's all about data, as you guys are aware. It's only play in today's time is data. How you get the data, how you tweak it, how you play around with it, how you can get that data into actual facts and figures, and how you can monetize that data. So IoT is basically just taking all the data from any form and giving simple logic to it and telling a business what they should do and shouldn't do with the data. So for example, we have something as simple as say a fresh menu. You guys know what a fresh menu, Rebel Foods, the fast service box shape, the cloud kitchens, where you don't know where they're cooking the food from, but it comes to you automatically, literally. And in probably this big is their kitchen size, and they have about 1,000 products cooking in such a kitchen, and about 10 different brands. So for them to optimize it, for them to do it efficiently, they require a lot of IoT. They require a lot of automation, because for food, the biggest problem is consistency. To get the same taste every time is the biggest challenge. For any product, to get the same thing out every time is the biggest challenge. To look right, to feel right, to taste right, to see right. So for them, what we had to do is we had to automate their little kitchen to make sure from the French fries are cooked every time at a certain temperature, to make sure the rice is prepared certainly, to make sure pizzas have enough chicken pieces every time, each and every time it's made. To that level of consistency, to that level of non-human error, they needed automation. So they needed devices, they needed tools, they needed equipments which could de-skill the labor. So something as simple as like a frying basket. When you go to McDonald's, you guys have been to McDonald's, right? You see those French fry baskets, right? Keeping up and down. The people put it down the basket, the oil basket, and it boils for let's say a couple of minutes. They wanted to automate that. So no human need to put it down. It will go down automatically and come up automatically.
That's a important.
Yeah. A little more smart, exactly. Along those lines, but smart. Telling you is it properly cooked, not cooked. So something as simple as that to as complex as say an automated spaghetti maker. So you get the same length, the same taste, the same weight, everything. So it didn't matter what the product was, the whole aim was to get consistency.
I have this IoT voice sensor at home, where like if old people have it or wear it or something, you can know when they're going to have a heart attack or a
Correct.
problem, and it automatically sends it to the hospital or something. The ambulance will come.
Correct. Okay.
So hours before the thing happens,
Correct. I mean, exactly. You have these kind of devices which prevent, precaution. You know what's going to happen when. And even if nothing happened, it is just sending a lot of data. They're studying a pattern. Like 10 o'clock in the morning, your heart rate is this much, 11 o'clock is this much, 12 o'clock is this. So it's understanding how the human body is working. Based on that, it can tell you when's the case you can fall sick. When is the heart rate the highest, when is the lowest, when is the BP, cholesterol, blah, blah, blah. It studies you, studying a human body. So this data, these medical, what do you call these, institutes, they study this data. They sell to insurance companies, they understand the human body. They what policies apply for what people, at this age group, this is the average heart rate, this is this, this is this. Based on that, they make policy, based on that, they make the medication. So what is not valuable to someone could be a lot of value to someone else. So you need to figure out what is valuable to whom, and you need to pivot to that and target that. You get data from anything and everything. Like literally, you guys just sit and think. You get data like abundant data from any part of your day, and what you should pivot to, how you should take that data and sell to someone who's important is what it is, and how it's value to that person. That's the goal.